One may read a sentence, write a sentence, be sentenced. The word's meaning is informed by power, who wields it, who is subject to it. In Louise Erdrich's dazzling sentence-soaked new novel The Sentence, HarperCollins, a woman named Tukey grapples with how the claims of the past, lineage, brutality, love, came to shape and illuminate the present. The sentence opens briskly, with a blackly comedic recap of Tukey's time in federal prison for a bumbling crime committed while she was in her adult 30s but drinking and drugging like I was 17. In prison, the gift of a dictionary and a library in her head sustain her until she is free. Or not free, let's just say I'm on the outside, is how Tukey puts it, alive to the variety of truths within words. It's a pleasure to spend time inside the singular mind of Tukey as narrator, a prickly and devoted Ojibwe woman. Even though most of us don't speak our native languages, many of us act out of a handed-down sense of that language. That generosity. In our own Anishinaabe women, it includes intricate forms of human relationships and infinite ways to joke. These elements inform both the story and the telling of the sentence. Tukey finds her ideal job at a Minneapolis bookshop, a small independent store not unlike the one Erdrich owns in real life, Birch Bark Books. In fact, exactly like that one, and where Louise interviews and hires her. Here a reader might wonder if the sentence is on-trend autofiction, but in fact the novel, in which Louise registers only occasionally, is more sidelong and interesting. Is a rich novel of Native American family, community. We learn about the bookstore's bothersome ghost, Flora, a devoted customer who while alive, as a white woman, craved approval from Tukey and her fellow Indigenes. Now Flora's ghost won't leave, knocking over displays and splaying books. Tukey worries there is unfinished business for Flora, which may have to do with her fraught ownership of a 19th-century native captivity narrative. Then the novel deepens further, darkens, the coronavirus arrives, and George Floyd is murdered. Ensuing sorrow, outrage, and Black Lives Matter protests engulf Minneapolis, and Tukey's story. Her husband Pollux, a tribal police officer, and his daughter, once estranged, now living with them, are caught up in the emotional fray. Long-held wounds, a marital conflict, the Standing Rock protests, the genocide of her people, threaten to overtake Tukey. Throughout it all, she continues to pack up and mail out books, hoping the store will survive. Erdrich, who won this year's Pulitzer Prize for fiction for her novel The Night Watchman, is a master storyteller, rarely content to stay in the mind of only one character. At times, in this compressed and urgent timeline, the occasional forays into other perspectives, Pollux's daughter, a bookstore worker, pull us unwillingly away from Tukey's journey. Yet the sentence is as much about community as the individual. The joy that Tukey gets from finding the right book for a discerning reader hands lights up the novel, and is yet another gift to readers of these pages. I extolled Kate Atkinson and P.D. James, suggested transcription. She mentioned liking Children of Men. I mentioned The Handmaid's Tale, which of course she had already read, then I catapulted over to my most special lady, Octavia Butler. With the sentence, Erdrich has crafted a hard-won love letter to readers and to booksellers, as well as a compelling story about how we cope with pain and fear, injustice and illness. One good way is to press a beloved book into another's hands. Read the sentence and then do just that.